thematic working group for emerging evaluators was created in 2014, shortly after the Dublin conference. Right from the beginning, the group attracted a lot of interest from emerging evaluators and beyond. If there's one thing we learned from this initiative, it's that there is a lot of enthusiasm from the evaluation community, but that it takes continuous efforts to make the many ideas come alive. Our main activities in the first 2 years were the publication of a special Emerging Evaluators edition of the EES newsletter Connections, as well as carrying out the first virtual conference for emerging evaluators in September 2015. The virtual conference brought together about 100 people both online and in 9 physical meetings that were organized from Porto to Belgrade and from Helsinki to Dar es Salaam. Within 3 thematic workshops, emerging evaluators presented their work and topics of interest. The virtual conference was also the first attempt to connect emerging evaluators networks from different parts of the globe. The idea of having a mentoring program for emerging evaluators was born at the virtual conference. Emerging evaluators prioritized mentoring as the activity they wanted most. 1 year later, the working group has been able to match 31 mentoring pairs, and the program was officially launched at the Maastricht conference. The philosophy of the thematic working group for emerging evaluators rests on the principle of active involvement from emerging evaluators in the life of EES. In order to connect individuals from many countries around the world, we have been testing various means of virtual communication, and we're using multimedia channels to make the voices of emerging evaluators heard. We believe in the importance of personal interaction, and we are convinced that emerging evaluators have a lot to offer to the evaluation community. The thematic working group for emerging evaluators is in no way a parallel structure to the EES. Rather, we want to involve emerging evaluators in the ongoing work of the Society. At this biennial conference, emerging evaluators have, among other activities, been involved in the development of the conference mobile app, been involved as chairs of paper sessions, as open space ambassadors, as volunteers for various tasks, and much more. During this year's conference, we've had the opportunity to hear ideas from emerging evaluators to help inform our activities for the next 2 years. We look forward to taking the ideas that we've learned this week and implementing to better serve emerging evaluators before the next conference.